How much time do you spend in front of social media every day? Did you know that 97% of 13 to 17 years old use at least one social media website? According to studies, the daily average amount is equal to 4 to 7 hours per day. If we spend this much time consuming social media, there must and there should be a good reason for it. Right? How does social media consumption really affect us? Let's start with the advantages. Social media is social. It's easy to keep in touch with other people and family. At the same time, you can easily find new communities and like-minded people and thus build new friendships. Besides the social aspect, you can learn a lot through social media. You can actually search all kind of content. For sure, you will find something for every topic and broaden your own horizons. News are always available as well. With social media, you can always be up to date. If you create content, then it is also an excellent medium to use your creativity. In special cases, this can even develop into a career. Pretty positive so far, right? But while it's easy to connect and to stay in touch through social media, it's no substitution for real-life face-to-face social interactions. While real contact reduces stress and triggers happy hormones, this is not the case through contact with social media. If you then also see other people having fun together in social medias while you are sitting alone in front of the screen, then you might develop feelings of loneliness. There's much more behind it. Have you ever visited a friend and say, just keep checking their phone? Pretty annoying, right? If you look around you, you can find this phenomenon everywhere in public. In the restaurant, people sit across from each other and they look at their cell phones. While waiting on the train, people don't talk to each other anymore. Instead, they all look at their smartphones. Social media can have a huge negative impact on personal real-life interactions and relationships. Yes, social media can make you unsocial and lonely. It's a little bit ironic. Next, let's talk about consumption. According to studies, teens between the age of 13 to 17 use their smartphone for an average between 4 to 7 hours per day. These are actually frightening numbers. But yeah, the developers want users to stay on the platform for as long as possible. That is how income is generated. Accordingly, these sites are designed to be downright addictive. Social media always offers new content. With every swipe, you see new unique dishes, attractive people, and beautiful sceneries. The result? Your brain releases dopamine. This is a neurotransmitter that is responsible for our motivation and our reward system. The social media is amazing at providing us with dopamine on a regular basis. We constantly experience small feelings of happiness while scrolling, and that makes other activities less attractive or downright boring. Why should you read a book or exercise when social media is so much more rewarding and entertaining? One result of this constant looking at the screen is a lack of exercise and thus an increased risk of becoming overweight. Another consequence is a shorter attention span and less focus on difficult tasks, as your brain is always in the lookout for new things. Next, let's talk about FOMO, the fear of missing out. As already mentioned, social media is always providing new information, new posts from your favorite creators, messages from friends, the latest fashion trends, and much more. Once you haven't looked at your phone for a while, you start to crave to check it. For many, the first and last thing of the day is reaching to their cell phone to see if there's any new information. When your phone vibrates, it triggers you to go straight to your phone. This behavior becomes really critical when driving a car or when sleeping. Not only do we look at the screen late into the night, but through our FOMO we also look at the cell phones during the night as well when it vibrates. All these factors have a negative impact on your sleep quality. Little fun fact, I have integrated notification sounds several times in this video. And have you checked your cell phone? Feel free to write it in the comments below. Lack of sleep, the risk of becoming overweight, a digital addiction, and the risk of looking at your cell phone while driving due to FOMO. To be honest, this already sounds very dangerous. But there's even more. In addition to the previous described loneliness, social media causes numerous other mental health problems as well. Permanent availability through social medias can be a blessing, but also a curse. Yes, you can always chat with friends and family, but you can also always receive messages. And not only friendly ones too. Bullying is a very underestimated topic. It's no longer done secretly at school. Now it's full 24/7 over social media. Officially, more than 60% of all cases of bullying remain undetected. If you are affected, then make sure to contact your parents or another legal guardian. It's not something you should face alone. In addition to these extreme examples, your own thoughts can also cause you mental difficulties. You might see all the highlights from other people. Mostly you see extremely happy people on social media and often in special situations. In fact, you can even buy small events like a sports car for 20 minutes just to take a picture for Instagram. If you now look at your normal life and compare yourself with these highlights, then you can quickly feel small and inferior. A special piece of content on this topic is sex sells. Social media is full of attractive pictures of women in bikinis and men with six-packs. If we are being honest, we don't even know if these images are real or edited with Photoshop, but we still tend to compare ourselves with them. But these comparisons lead to a false self-perception and can cause depression. All I can recommend you is don't compare someone else's highlight reel with your normal everyday life. As a creator, this sex sells issue can go even further. Nowadays, people do everything for likes, followers, and attention. But remember, pictures and videos will never disappear from the internet. That relates to other content such as pranks that harm other people or dangerous internet challenges as well. You never know who will contact or watch you on social media. Social media is definitely a double-edged sword. It can be a great activity, but it also has many downsides. If you're a regular consumer and you often experience emotions such as envy, loneliness, or depression, if you have problems with real face-to-face social interactions due to social media, then you should definitely question yourself and your consumption. It's no surprise that so many people feel amazing when they distance themselves from social media. There is a reason why I value excessive social media consumption as one of the worst 5 habits that can ruin your life in the long run.